Okay guys, welcome to To Mario Raceway. In my opinion, this track gives the best races out of all the tracks in the game. This is just my opinion, and it's also fairly balanced between karts and bikes and friendly to new players. So let's talk a bit more about the track though. This track, I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate, but I think this track has the most shortcuts out of all of the tracks in the game. And even though you might not think about this like green track where you're on land, you actually can get counted out of bounds. If you see this big hill mountain thing up here, if you go way too high up it, you'll get counted out of bounds, and I did not know about that at one point. However, as well, if golden mushrooms are better than builds on this track, if you're not a noob like me over here slamming into all the walls, because they can take the shortcuts, whilst the bullet bills just stay on the track. Some Bowser on the bill right there. Not to say bullet bills are bad, bullet bills are always good, but like, this track has so many cuts. Items always being flung all over the place. You definitely need some good defensive items, as you can see. The pack's fairly close together on this track most of the time, but actually, because there's so many shortcuts, it's easy for first place to be taken over, second, third. You can, blue shells can ruin people's races at the last second, and especially how the last part of the track, we're going through the pipe, there's always some form of item being flung around. Yeah, bikes and heavyweights are better on this track because the pack's fairly close together. As you can see me here pulling triple reds, I just kind of plough my way through everyone who's around me, because you need to have some good form of defense on this track, otherwise you're not going to be handling too well. Because there's always a mega or a star. Shocks are very common as well. Bombs. Now, this short of bombs went off right there. Bombs on this track are very useful, and right here, as I was saying, the tunnel at the end of the track. Now, what's about to happen? Yeah, right here, you'll understand this kind of what's going on here, but in the next video, how to mount a circuit. But anyway, and then after that, you've got one final turn, and then you just cross the line. The line always has people overtaking me. As you can see me look right behind there. There were so many people there, and I got pushed right into 9th. I wouldn't say I'm the best at this track, but I like it. As you can see right here, look, star, you can climb up the mountain, and again, noob me over here, slamming into all the walls. That mushroom's actually bouncy. Don't think you ever knew that. That blue ramp over there is one of the ramps in the game that's actually a good ramp, especially how it has item boxes on it. I'm just being completely wrecked here. I look like a pancake and I'm tiny, but anyway. As you see right here, I get a golden, so I take loads of different shortcuts on the track, like right here. I take a shortcut through the dirt, and I go around the other side. This shortcut is way unnecessary, and it's hardly even faster, but it's just really fun to do. Sometimes there's even items around there. If you push a CPU around the side of the pipe, they get really confused and they don't even know what to do. As you can see right there, items being flung around again. It's a mega. There's always, okay, I can't stress this enough. There's always going to be some kind of crazy item on the track. Again, another bomb, blue shells. It's all going just completely mad. If you're a lightweight, be prepared to get knocked around a lot on this track, because, well, another thing, sometimes you can be completely wrecked. As you can see right there, I was in like one of the top 3, and now I'm in 11th, simply just because everyone just came zooming past me. However, as I was saying on this track, Goldens and the last pipe, if you get a good item there, it can be so effective. As you can see, I go from practically last all the way up to first. Now let's talk about some time trial strategies. Now this is just me doing up the hot rollers to Ghost Data, and this is just me driving a lap of the track versus the expert Starkos. I just had him on, I don't know why. But this is not a very good run as well. Anyway, so I'm just going to go through strats. You just want to follow all the strats I'm doing here. Out of all the shortcuts in the track, you want to execute the one that I execute right here. Make sure if you haven't got a very good drifting bike, you're on the outside, because that turn afterwards is really hard to make. The expert goes for the ramp, but the ramp is slower, I think, but because you get airtime from it and it's out of your way, and one mushroom won't make you there. Now as you can see right here, if you can trick off this side of the pipe right there, I did that almost flawlessly, you couldn't even see the animation, and you're aiming for laps of around 35 to 40 seconds. But anyway, the expert on this track is actually pretty good for using, I mean the mini beast or concerto, depends what place you're playing in. I'm English, so it says concerto for me, but anyway. See how hard that turn is? It took me forever, just on this practice run, just to get that turn down. But anyway, he's pretty far behind me now because he takes the ramp route. There's so many shortcuts on this track, but that's the one you're going to want to be taking most of the time. Again, now the actual pipe it's a bit slower than actual road, and you can't really wheelie on it too well, so only go on it at the last second. However, you can go on it to avoid all the havoc that's going on the floor with bombs exploding and stuff. As you can see, again, I take the same shortcut. I'm trying to go wide there, however I don't, so therefore that turn is so hard. And by saying it doesn't drift well, I literally mean something like the Bowser like a Flame Runner, because it drifts perfectly well, but it is just not good. And then look at me right here, me noob. Thought I could go on top of the pipe, clearly I couldn't, I just went the wrong way. And now I have a quick race to show you that proves that Baby Luigi is better than Baby Mario. So that's my best time right there, 1 minute 48.972. My combination was Funky Kong on the Bowser bike or the Flame Runner. And now we're going to be looking at all of the shortcuts in the track.